this is the first one. Bottle and brush video. Now, first things first, a piece of Wrigley's PK chewing gum. Philip Knight Wrigley, and somebody pointed out that that's a perfect, what was it called? Dire something or other, because the Philip, the PH is pronounced F. The Knight is a silent K, and the W is a silent W. So all three words in his name have something unique or different about them. I thought I was going to remember what that was called, but anyway, I'll push out a piece of Wrigley's PK if I can summon up the strength to do it. And this is quite embarrassing actually. I just can't get that little piece to come out. It's in there somewhere. Okay. Oh, maybe it's down in there. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's the little white piece in there. I can see it down below. And I will here it comes now. Gosh, you wouldn't want to be in a hurry, I suppose. So there we go. There's the white piece of PK chewing gum, Wrigley's, peppermint flavoured, if I haven't told you that before. Put that to one side and I'll pop this in my mouth. I realised the other day that these empty bottles, empty cans, made a great sound. They made quite a great sound on the labels, on the bottle, on the base. Well, actually all over the tin cans. Quite louder on the aluminium cans, but not quite as loud on the bottle. So after the keyboard video, I realised that their brushing sounds were quite popular. video with the brush. A good old brush from the map videos. And use that on on some of these empty bottles that I have from after enjoying the drink. So first of all, Coca Cola, which is you'd imagine that must be sold in every country. Coca Cola. I don't mind a Coke, although I don't regularly drink it. We have our own prepared and canned by Coca Cola Amatil in Northmead, which is a suburb of Sydney. So we've got our own Coca Cola bottling plant. I don't live that far from that plant at Northmead. Well, you know, not super close, but anyway. And yeah, it's a big site. Lots of big trucks coming and going from the old Coca Cola. Contains caffeine, made in Australia from imported and local ingredients. Store in a cool place. And with our cans and bottles, oh, there we go. We get 10 cents back at collection spots. We've got these ones that are big machines, and you feed your cans in like that, I suppose, and they yeah, sucks it in, and you get a credit on the machine. You can print a voucher at the end, or get it paid straight into your account, or donate it to charity. So that's Coca Cola. Saving my thumb on this North of Nowhere Pale Ale. Still makes a great sound. I just saw a bit of beer come out of the end there, I didn't realise. Anyway, yeah, North of Nowhere Pale Ale. There's a map there. Got Australia there. In the middle is their sort of compass point. And we've got New Zealand down there, on there. And North of Nowhere is made in New Zealand. 10 cents again. Refund. What's it say there? North of Nowhere is a beautifully balanced and approachable pale ale. Whatever that means. A trifecta of New Zealand's finest hops, Pacifica, Green Bullet, and Dr. Rudy. Results in delicious fruity characteristics and a medium bitterness, made in Australia. Zealand, and it's made for Aldi grocery stores. That is north of nowhere. I quite like that pale ale. Now, so while there's north of nowhere, the pale ale, there's also south of somewhere, Australian pale ale, Sunday sessions, a session ale with fruity flavours and moderate bitterness, south of somewhere. I find that to be amusing, that Aldi sell north of nowhere, which is made in New Zealand. And they also sell another craft beer called South of Somewhere. Say, yeah, there we go, Aldi. There. No artificial colours, no artificial flavours, no added preservatives, south of somewhere. So in a way, both Australia and New Zealand are really north of nowhere. Well, they're north of the Antarctic, but nowhere else. There's nothing between Australia and Antarctica, and nothing between Australia. Nothing between New Zealand and Antarctica. So we're sort of north of nowhere. And in the same way, Australia and also New Zealand are south of somewhere. Sort of, south of most places. Yeah. So, sort of south of somewhere. There was quite I have a chuckle at that name every time I think about it. Australian Pale Ale. Pale Ale, which is my favourite sort of ale. Although I'd call it beer. A Sunday session. I googled Sunday session, tried to work out what it was about, but apparently in the 1970s, pubs, public houses, hotels were only allowed to open for a few hours on a Sunday afternoon, and that was called a Sunday session. We'd go there. It was only going to be open for a few hours. You'd have a few beers and then go home, which is what a Sunday session was. I remember my grandfather telling me he lived in Melbourne, Victoria. He said that the pubs weren't open at all on a Sunday in Melbourne. So yeah, maybe different places had different rules, I think, actually. Thinking back about my research, Queensland, the state of Queensland and the state of Western Australia, whatever, were the places that had Sunday sessions. Now, Natural Blonde, low carbonate say that again. Lower carbohydrate, Cape Cian, natural blonde, premium beer, a refreshing lower carbohydrate beer that you can enjoy for any occasion. 330 mils. Now, this is another Aldi beer. There's a pregnancy warning on the back. Alcohol can cause lifelong harm to your baby. That's a good warning. Made in New Zealand for Aldi stores. Now, a number of years ago, or many years ago, I can't remember, I went to, well, I'll just say one other thing before that. A case of beer, 24, at Aldi, for these beers is around, at the moment, around $35. But if I was to went to the bottle shop, the bottle-o, then a carton of beer, you don't get many for under $50. So I started going to Aldi to buy my beer to save a few dollars, 35 against 50. Well, it would have been a little bit different prices, 5 or 10 years ago. But anyway, I tried a few, and I really liked this blonde. And just on the weekends I might have a couple of beers at home by myself. So I thought, this is actually a really nice beer from Aldi. Then, apart from saving money, then I also had a beer that I really liked. So that's how I started off drinking. This was the first one, the natural blonde. And then I also tried these later on, these North of Nowhere, appeared out of nowhere. And I tried some of those and really liked it. And because I was drinking North of Nowhere, well, when I saw South of Somewhere, then I had to try that as well. Because, why wouldn't you? In the tin cans, 375 mils. So, yeah. And now I'm doing a video about it, so that's the story. Now what's interesting about Aldi is that they've got the beer in a special, just a section in as part of the regular supermarket, and you go to the checkout and buy your beer, or wine or whatever you've decided to buy. But the other supermarkets don't actually sell alcoholic beverages. You've got to go to a specialised bottle shop, grog shop, bottle-o. There's the three ways of describing the same thing, and to get your beverages in that way, so it's kind of different. So anyway, that's Australian beer. There's a lot of there's a lot of craft beer. There's a few main sort of brands, Australian brands. Great Northern, Tooheys, VB. Trying to think of some other ones. But there's a lot of these sort of craft beers. What's it? 50 Lashes. And this North of Nowhere is another craft beer. You know, I've had those 50 Lashes, but beer, and I wasn't that fussed really, but anyway, might be an acquired taste. So that's my take on beer in Australia. Now, the last bottle to show you is Schweppes Lemonade, natural lemon flavour. Now, lemonade's an interesting thing because in different countries lemonade means different things. In some countries like USA and Canada, it's more of a lemon squash, a cloudy lemonade, where, you know, with pieces of little bits of lemon perhaps. Now in Australia and New Zealand, UK, Ireland, South Africa, some parts of Europe, this is lemonade is clear. It's more like what USA would call 7-Up. It's sort of a clear lemonade. Obviously this bottle's empty, which is why it's clear, but yeah, it's really just carbonated water and sugar and lemon flavour. Let's have a look at the ingredients. Oh, there we go. That was a good guess. Carbonated water, sugar, food acids, natural flavours made in Australia from local and imported ingredients. Schweppes and devices are trademarks used under licence in Australia by Aussie Beverages. I had read that before. The good old 10 cents. I've done that a few times when you've fed your bottles into the machine and you put your glass bottles in. It takes a while for them to get to the back of the machine, and then eventually you hear this sort of crashing sound as they smash all the bottles. So it doesn't matter whether it's white glass, green glass or brown glass, it all gets smashed in together, which is kind of interesting, I suppose. Okay, so that's some of the some empty bottles I have. There's a brown glass pale ale. So there's the Coca Cola, recognised worldwide, the Coca Cola Classic. There's the white glass Schweppes lemonade. Lemonade being different in different countries of the world. Another aluminium can, south of somewhere, Australian pale ale. And finally, last but not least, the green natural blonde, another pale ale. Is the green glass of natural blonde. Okay. Well, ones that I thought would be interesting to look at today or tonight. Okay, so I'll sign off now and say I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it relaxing. Thanks for watching,